If you want to find beats in Audacity quickly and accurately, this tutorial is for you. Today I'm going to show you how to use Beat Finder in Audacity step by step so you can detect beat markers in your audio and make editing much easier. Whether you're working on music, podcasts, remix projects, or timing edits to a track, this tool can save you a lot of time. And if this video helps you out, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more simple software tutorials just like this. All right, let's jump right in. First, open Audacity and load the audio track you want to analyze. Once your file is in the project, you'll need to make sure the correct track is selected. To do that, click the Selection tool, which is the I-beam icon. This tool lets you place your cursor and choose the track area you want to work with. Now, click directly on the audio track to select it. This tells Audacity that you want to apply the analysis to this specific track. If you have multiple tracks open, double-check that you've selected the right one before continuing. This is important because the Beat Finder will create labels based on the track you choose. Next, go up to the top menu and click Analyze. From the Analyze menu, click Beat Finder. This opens the Beat Finder settings window, where you can control how sensitive Audacity will be when detecting beats. Inside the Beat Finder window, click the Threshold percentage box. This setting determines how strong an audio peak needs to be before Audacity treats it like a beat. For a good standard starting point, type 65. This is usually a solid baseline for detecting peaks that represent beats without catching too much extra noise. After entering 65, click OK. Audacity will now process the audio and create a new label track. In that label track, you'll see B markers placed at each detected beat. These labels can be very useful for timing edits, syncing visuals, or identifying rhythm points inside your audio. If the results look good, you're done. But if Audacity didn't catch enough beats, or if you want a different level of sensitivity, you can adjust the threshold and try again. A higher threshold, like 75, will only mark the loudest peaks. That means it's better if your audio has very strong drum hits or obvious beat transients, and you only want the most pronounced beats labeled. On the other hand, if too few beats are marked, repeat the process and lower the threshold to 50. A lower threshold makes the tool more sensitive, so it can pick up quieter rhythm hits that might have been missed before. This is especially helpful if your track has softer percussion or more subtle beat patterns. The easiest way to think about it is this: higher threshold equals fewer beat markers, and lower threshold equals more beat markers. So if your first attempt doesn't give you the results you want, just go back, adjust the percentage, and run Beat Finder again until the markers match your audio better. This is one of those Audacity features that becomes much more useful once you understand how the threshold affects detection. Start with 65, review the beat markers, then fine-tune from there with 75 or 50 depending on the track. With just a few clicks, you can turn a full audio file into a beat-mapped project that's much easier to edit. And that's how to use Beat Finder in Audacity. If this tutorial helped you, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more easy audio editing guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.